it is the battle in the northeast, with voting in Nagaland and Meghalaya coming to a close. 34 lakh electors have cast their votes to choose their representatives from 552 candidates. It is a three-cornered fight in Meghalaya, where the main battle is between the NPP, which is National People's Party, BJP, and the Trinamool Congress. In Nagaland, it is between the NDPP and BJP, which have continued their 40-20 seat formula from 2018 against the Naga People's Front and the Congress Party. So there are two blocks here that we are looking at. The voter turnout has been around 81%. That's really huge till 5 p.m. While in Meghalaya, it is over 74%. Tripura, remember, went to polls on February 16. Now, the big breaking news that is coming in of the exit poll numbers. One of the most trusted pollsters, Access My India TV Today Group, has put out its numbers now. According to Access My India, in Tripura, the BJP is set to return with a landslide. 36 to 45 is what the party is projected to win. The left could get between 6 to 11. Tripura, which is likely to get between 9 to 16, and others is 0. Matrize exit poll that is done for the Z group is saying that the BJP is likely to win between 29 to 36 seats, left between 13 to 21, and Tripura is between 11 to 16. They are also giving some numbers to the others, which is 0 to 3. The Times Now ETG group, though, is being conservative to the BJP. They are saying that the BJP could be around 24, the left plus would be 21, Tripura 14, and others 1. Now let's look at the Meghalaya numbers. In the state of Meghalaya, according to Matrize exit poll, NPP is likely to get between 21 to 26 seats. The BJP is between 6 to 11, the Congress 3 to 6. The Trinamool Congress is likely to get more numbers than perhaps the BJP and the Congress, that is between 8 to 13. Access My India is saying that the NPP, the regional satrap, is going to dominate the assembly clearly between 18 to 24. BJP 4 to 8, Congress 6 to 12, and others 4 to 8. The third state which has gone to polls is Nagaland. In Nagaland, it is going to be BJP, which is going to dominate clearly with 35 to 43, NPF 2 to 5, and Congress 1 to 3. Access My India is giving a landslide to the BJP with 38 to 48, NPF 3 to 8, Congress 1 to 2. Times Now again, ETG is saying 44 to the BJP. NPF at 6, Congress 0, others 10. Let me bring in Kamalika Sengupta, who has travelled the 3 states to get us ground reports. Kamalika, you know, the BJP in Tripura in particular had been in talks with Pradyut, hoping that, you know, in case if there is a post-poll scenario, then they might need him. But if you look at these numbers, the BJP in the crucial state of Tripura is all set to return. And if these numbers hold. Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. If this numbers holds, then it's a clear sweep for BJP. Now, there are, while I've traveled entire Tripura, the interesting thing which we saw that point of time, and if this exit polls comes in, it's correct. If it comes true in the second, then there are a couple of factors which has really worked for BJP. Number one is truly when we arrived in Tripura, the airport which Tripura had, which previously the Tripura airport was a very small airport. The first thing which changed the perception of Tripura, which we also did a story, is that the development, the infrastructure development, logistics development of Tripura. And let me tell you, to travel in Tripura, to go to the northern part of Tripura, it was very difficult in 2018, before 2018. So obviously airports, obviously this national highway connectivity, obviously this railway connectivity, these are the factors which went for the BJP. But if these numbers are correct, then the expectation which came up, it's the Bengal model, I'll say, because the expectation which came up with Congress and left actually did not work. If you see in these numbers, the Tripura Motha, the tribal factor, they are expecting, as we are getting it from the sources, that they were expecting a number which is between 10 to 15. So they are holding it, if this is right. But the lack of the party, the alliance, the seat sharing of Congress and left failed if these numbers are true. Specifically, Maria, we were discussing it previously also, that what happened in Bengal in 2016 when left and Congress came together, Congress vote did not turn to left. Now, this time also, I remember all the stories and the explainers which were giving. This was a big question which we always raised, that will the Congress vote turn into the left votes? Now, if this is the number, then Congress is totally wiped out, and the Congress vote actually has not gone to the left. So obviously the development factor is there, and the factor that BJP has been doing in other states is changing the chief minister. Last 1 year, perception-wise, Manik Shah was Manik Shah's perception was much better in comparison to the previous chief minister.
Yes, so the BJP's gamble, Kamalika, which has paid off in number of states, may well have worked also in the state of Tripura when they went for that change of the chief minister from Biplab Dev to Manik Saha. Kamalika, I appreciate your time. Let me bring in my guest, Rajat Sethi, political analyst, who has been tracking northeastern states very closely. Rudy Vajuri is political analyst. I'm going to begin with you, Rudy. When we look at these numbers, many would say it's not really a surprise. The kind of development activities that have been visible in northeastern states is only something that will make these states go for the BJP. And Tripura is an example.
Okay, you want my reply to that?
Yes, please.
Okay, thank you. By the way, first I'd like to thank you for inviting me to be in CNN News 18. Now, from what you are showing on the screen about Tripura, well, I suppose number one, of course, it has to do a lot with development, certainly. Maybe the schemes also, the several schemes may have worked. And I think the fact is that the opposition, whatever happened, has not been able to consolidate its position. So I think that is very clear about it. Something to do with what has been visible development-wise, and the several schemes that may have gone into the rural areas especially, and enable the BJP to come back to power on its own.
Rajat, this is a formula that has worked for the BJP. Look what happened in the state of Gujarat. It has happened in the state of Uttarakhand, where they went for changing the chief minister. They went for the same formula in the state of Tripura as well, when Biplab Dev was changed, and in a matter of few hours, you had Manik Saha take charge. What do you think works for him? He is a doctor by profession, seen as very down to earth, very available as a leader as well.
I mean, quite honestly, I think shifting, rotating chief ministers, moving some to organizational responsibilities, bringing new faces, this is a routine exercise with the BJP. They don't consider this as a very, very big issue. And I think more than anything, this was something wherein BJP didn't consider that Biplab Dev was necessarily a negative factor, because ultimately he was there in power for 4 years. So he, along with his colleagues, his cabinet colleagues, had laid the foundation for the growth story of Tripura. I don't think we should read too much into it. There are a good bench strength of the BJP in that state. And of course, Manik Saha has barely been there for a year, and he will consolidate his position in this term if he continues to serve. Larger point is that it is Prime Minister Modi, and it is his image that everybody relates to in the Northeast. Northeast has been orphaned for the past 60-70 years. They didn't feel that their prime minister of the country was their prime minister also. This is for the first time, and I have lived there for 8 years, and I have been looking at politics of that region. I can tell you there is a direct connect with the PM. When PM comes in and makes a promise, it means something. So far, Congress...
And we saw that road show in Tura only recently.
Nagaland also, that connect to the remotest corners of our country was just not imaginable. I mean, in the realm of imagination of the people of the Northeast. That is the singular factor and the most important factor which results in a complete decimation of the left and the Congress in these states. Congress, they were almost a challenger in Meghalaya elections. This time you will see they'll be routed. This time they formed an alliance. Kharge made a political statement that every party has to come together. But these, simple mathematics doesn't work. Look at what is happening in Tripura, especially if you go by exit poll results. It's a complete decimation of not just the left, but also the Congress party.
Yes.
So all these, AC room discussions.
It is in fact, if you look at the numbers that has been put out by the pollsters, they are looking at left plus. They're not even mentioning the Congress.
They will win one seat in the whole state of Tripura. This is the state of affairs. I mean, none of the senior leaders of the Congress party even stepped on the soil of Tripura.
Okay.
If you have such a dispassionate opinion
let's see Tripura, how do these numbers hold on the day of counting? But certainly it's good news for the BJP in all these three states, particularly in the state of Tripura, which saw the ideological battle in 2000, 5 years ago. Thank you so much, Rajat and Rudy. That's all from me. I'll be seeing you tomorrow. Thanks so much for watching.